Hi guys, today we'll be talking about uranium. I've been in this position since 9th of August, and so far this yielded me almost 30%. I do believe that uranium will continue its uptrend, and do believe that there is a lot more to come in the coming and even years. But before we start looking at the charts and talking uranium, a little bit about myself. I do like to quote Warren Buffett: the stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient, and I am the patient type of trader. I believe in slow and steady wins the race. I do my fundamentals for the decision, but I also do technical analysis for the timing. I do not trade intraday. When I take a position, it's weeks, months, years, and all of the trades are with my own money. All of the trades are accessible to you at Sharewell. There's a link in my portfolio, of my portfolio in my description. They are updated in real time. As soon as I make a move, you will be able to see it at Sharewell. And the usual disclaimer: I do not recommend anything. If you lose something, that is on you. You are responsible for your own actions. And if you win, you're also responsible for your own actions. So congratulations, I guess. I don't know. Let's move on. Let's move on and talk uranium. I do anticipate a big move in uranium in a couple of years. I do believe that we will continue an uptrend in the coming year. Today there is about 440, I believe, nuclear power reactors operating in 32 countries, plus Taiwan, with a combined capacity of about 10% of world's electricity. About 55 power reactors are currently being constructed in 15 countries, mostly China, India, Russia, and United Arab Emirates. And also about 90 power reactors are on order or planned, and over 300 more are proposed. Now compare those to 440 reactors today, and you have 300 more that are proposed. I believe that this number will rise even more. For me, myself, I am in Sweden, and up until this year, the government was strictly opposed power plants, new nuclear power plants, but now it's election days in 1 week, and we see a considerable shift in at least Swedish government's way of thinking. And now, all of a sudden, nuclear power is the best power. And so I do believe that with the crisis, with the energy crisis going on in the world today, we will see those 300 proposed reactors rise even more, I believe. And thus, it is really good time to start looking at uranium. Most reactors are currently planned in Asia, but again, I do believe that this is something that even Europe or maybe United States will start talking about really, really soon. Actually, already talks about. When it comes to investing in uranium, there's a little bit of different options. Some do talk about companies that focus on uranium construction and products and so on. But I myself, I do trade uranium itself, not the stocks, related to uranium. With that said, I'm not actually on the market and grabbing physical uranium to store it under my bed. I just buy the commodity, well, on paper basically. I do own it, but it is on paper, not under my bed. So please don't come running to my house seeking for uranium. When I look at investment opportunities for uranium, I want a secure, convenient, and exchange-traded investment alternative. mini futures is actually what I do. And mini futures are a financial instrument that with no margin calls and stop loss mechanics. They allow you to implement the strategy based on the rise and fall in value of underlying asset, which means if the price of uranium goes up, well, your mini future go up in price, and if it falls, it's your mini future falls in price. Um, these mini futures, they don't require a significant investment, and the investor's risk is capped at the initial investment. So it's not like with some other types of contracts that you can lose more than you invested. It's capped here with a mini future. If you invest $1,000, then that's what you stand to lose if it goes south. Me for myself, I use a mini future that has an underlying trust basically, and it's called the Sprott Physical Uranium Trust. And what they do is that they invest in whole substantial all of its assets in uranium, in the form of three how do you say it in English? Triuranium oxidide, I believe. It's a compound of uranium. It presents itself like a olive green to black, odorless, solid substance, and it's one of the more popular forms of yellow cake, and shipped between like mills and refineries in this form. And yellow cake is a type of uranium concentrate powder obtained from leach solutions in an intermediate step in the process of uranium ores. The Sprott Physical Uranium Trust, they actually launched a year ago in July 2021. And what has happened since they actually timed it really, really well, because uranium is doing good. Again, it's because of the reasons I earlier mentioned, with Russia and oil and gas problems, and winter windmills that are standing still because of the weather. There's no wind. No wind equals no windmilling, no electricity. It's very hot, so it's very dry. So the dams are not filled with water, and well, there you go. There you have nuclear power back on the menu again for the world. But let's have a look at the chart in front of us. Again, I did enter this trade on 9th of August. Let's do this. Let's set a vertical line so we can track this later on. So about here, this is where I went long. So let's do that. In green, let's type long and change the color. There we go. So about here, I decided that now this is the time for me to enter. Let's look a little bit at the chart, and what you can see here is an Ichimoku cloud, and I work basically when it comes to technical analysis. I don't like to draw a lot of lines and support and stuff. I basically use two things, and that is the Ichimoku cloud, and I use the Elliott wave pattern. Somewhere around here, I decided to think uranium, because war in Russia started February, March, somewhere there, and then we have the winter is coming, and we have an energy crisis, and all of a sudden everyone is talking about uranium. So again, let's talk about uranium. You can see that somewhere in July we had a shift in the momentum, and all of a sudden we are on an, well, not really uptrend just yet, but we are forming it. You have higher highs and you have higher lows, basically. This couple of days has been a little bit of drawdown, and that is fine. I expect it to actually fall somewhere in this cloud. Hopefully, what I am looking for is I am looking for this cloud to be sort of resistant. As you can see, there's different colors. As long as the cloud is green, that means we're in an uptrend, and if it turns to red, then we are in a downtrend. And you can see a green cloud is starting to form. This is actually projecting in the future. So I expect this cloud to start forming in a green way, and I expect this wave pattern to just continue, go up and down, up and down, up and down, basically. And when it comes to how far are we going, this is a daily chart. And daily charts for me, for this type of play, because uranium, it takes a lot of time to build a reactor, to plan the reactor, and to actually open the reactor. So we are not looking at days, we're not looking at weeks, and we are not looking at months. We are actually looking at years, and that is why we have to go up in scale. We can't do daily, we have to do weekly, at least. As you can see, this is a new trust fund, and this trust fund is again, this is the underlying trust fund for the mini futures I use. You don't have to use this one; you can use whatever you want. It's just, for me, I found that is the easiest way for me to invest, basically. And where are we going? And that is where I am going to do the Fibonacci extension, just to see what we're going. As you can see, there's some sort of support here, so this is where I'm going to aim myself at. I could actually go even down lower, but let's see what happens. There we go. My first target would actually be around $80 to $20 for this one. But like I said, again, this is, as you can see, this is on a weekly chart. It's an uptrend from the start. And if we allow, let's assume that this uptrend continues, then we can do even more. We can do like this to see where we are at. Well, it's basically the same. It's somewhere around $19 and $23. So that is what we are looking for. As soon as we go, as soon as we start to near ourselves $20 on this trust fund, that is when I'm going to look at taking some of my gains, at least. Maybe not all of them, but some of them. But let's also look at the monthly chart. As you can see, it started, and then it does the first wave. And now it's starting second wave. Let's see where this second wave is going. Oh, sorry, my bad. I didn't push. Yeah, as you can see, it's around the $20 mark. So this is what we're looking at. We are looking at, for the first target. Let's go back to daily, because I'm gonna put a little bit of text in here. First target $20. There we go. I'm just gonna save it. There you go. So what we'll be looking at, basically once a week. I I don't look at the charts. To be honest, I don't look at the charts daily because I don't mind the fluctuation up and forth. What I will be looking at is I don't want this to fall down lower than the cloud and to see the cloud actually changing color to red, because that's where I will look at my profits and see, okay, this is the time to take some of the money, or even maybe even a little bit of loss, and to run away. Then it's a miscalculation, but we'll see. As right now it's moving normally. I do expect it to come down. I actually, let's the final thing we do. How much will it come down? There we go. And we are looking at the green lines. So for me, and this is also the Fibonacci retracement, and you can see the levels here. For me, if it goes down within these red lines, then that is perfectly normal. This is where I actually expect it to fall down to this area, just to start its next leg up. Does that mean that I am going to take my take my winnings here and then just wait for it to fall down to take another position? Again, no, I don't do that. I wait. It's fine for me. It's fine if it goes up and down, and you can see we have a little bit of gap here, so it is possible that it will even 1 or 2 days dip below this red lines, and that is also fine because we have a gap, and gaps are there to be filled. So there you go. I will be looking at this again in 1 week, and let me just save so that we can look at exactly the same chart next time. And in 1 week time, we'll see what happens, if it will go down a little bit, and or if we continue. So thank you very much for joining in, and please do leave a like button. Push the how do you say it? Smash the like button. Yay! Like everyone says. Whatever. Do what you want. We'll see you in a week. Bye, guys.